Hello everyone, Daniel from DePIN Hub here, and today I have Kristen from Acurast in the Fluence event in DePIN Day here in Dubai. Well, thanks so much for joining. Acurast is a project that I'm very passionate about. I think what you guys are doing is so interesting and something like basically everyone has a phone at home that's just sitting in the drawer collecting dust. Why not use that for something useful, right? I think that, but maybe let's like you introduce yourself and actually what Acurast is doing, maybe like very short.
Yeah, I'm Christian and from Acurast, from the head of research. And what we do is we have the largest network that is a decentralized serverless cloud, and it's formed by phones because phones have superior hardware. And as you mentioned already, we have a lot of devices that can be upcycled for really a fraction of the cost of a new phone or a server. And they have very good hardware that we can just attach through USB-C, for example, and then build clusters of phones that provide compute.
Yeah, exactly. I have a Pixel 5 that I dropped once and it cracked the screen. And like, should I recycle this? I'm just gonna leave it in a drawer for a while, and then like I learned about Acurast, and I've been mining Acurast and providing the serverless capabilities for I think over a year now. So and it's will be very interesting to see like what you guys are doing. Now, how did the project came to be? What was the idea behind it?
So basically, we saw the demand for confidential and decentralized compute that is verifiable. So we had these three requirements from the beginning, and we sort of started out as an Oracle price provider for exotic prices, such as gold prices, that we can also right away fetch from an API and then also verify the signature. At the same time, we wanted it to be very decentralized and as secure as possible for a fraction of the cost of using server hardware. Additionally, if you use server hardware and some HSMs, you need a credit card, right? So there's a huge hassle, especially in DeFi or in DAOs, because you always need some KYC or a credit card. And it's not really an autonomous organization at the end of the day. We saw this problem happening, for example, with Uniswap Labs and others that had these issues, right? Where the front-end host at the end of the day will be liable for the service provided. So I think like this conjunction of problems sort of created the inception of Acurast, and then from there we realized we can do it more generic for all sorts of compute that is verifiable and confidential. So that's how it came to be, and from there we went on and realized it's also very useful for hosting websites, front ends, using it for web crawling or inference of LLMs, so which are sort of hot topics right now, but they work quite well on this hardware.
It is also quite interesting because a lot of phones nowadays even have like some sort of AI chips, right? Like for even like the Pixel 5 that I had already had some sort of pickabilities on that.
Yeah, these TPMs and specific hardware that is purpose built on the ARM architecture is really exceeding in performance per watt. So that means you really need a fraction of the power to achieve the same performance as you would in a server, right? So just different architecture that also the new MacBooks have, for example, or iPhones. And this really is like a game changer. And since the chip providers always use the newest hardware developments in phones, you're always having an edge over the server hardware, which actually sort of exploits this of the market.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like how the ARM processor, for example, is super efficient comparing to like the X86 and etc. So what has been one of the main challenges for you guys so far on building the Acurast network?
I think the first challenge we mastered gracefully, which was building the supply side. So we have around 60,000 devices. If we go to the hub.acurast.com, you can see for yourself how many deployments. This is real life data. How many phones are online, heartbeats are repeating, which are like the phones reporting every hour that they're ready to compute. So I think this we have solved. This was a huge challenge, of course, to build a community, to have people believe in the vision, sort of authentically grow this community, which was a nice experience. And now, at the same time, of course, growing as every DePIN project, the demand side will. So sort of making the user experience, the developer experience, as streamlined as possible to enable people to deploy things, and then it actually works. And at the same time, doing this on a test net, right? So this, I think, was the main challenge. And of course, all the crypto native challenges that you have, which are market downturning, you not knowing if the industry will perish next week. So sort of believing in the vision and just keep building.
Yeah, I think and crypto is hard. DePIN is harder because there's so many variables. I like to say like when you're building like a DePIN project that has hardware. So you have the crypto aspect, you have a lot of times B2B, Web2, but you have hardware fulfillment, shipment, manufacturing, now tariffs on top of that. It's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts. But on the Acurast side, it's been so cool to see, pictures and videos of people that have like hundreds of phones connected to like power banks, like power of sources.
It was like I have shivers right here, so it's not fake. Really, when I believe the first time that I was really completely going crazy about it was when I tested the performance of GCP, AWS, and all these cloud functions against Acurast. And Acurast was just exceeding the performance. And I took random processors. So I didn't really select like my processor. So this is actually also a paper that we published at a workshop, DePIN workshop. And I mean, this was the first time that we believed in this all along, right? Because we built it. But then when I saw this actually scales also in a simulation experiment, so that's when I really got super excited. I couldn't sleep for like 2 days, I think.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. For me, it was when I thought about Acurast, like I'm going to host my whole website on the phone. Like, oh, that sounds a bit weird. But then I realized, okay, you guys going to start initially doing serverless compute, which is basically for the people out there, is like, you just want to do one calculation, or can be like a very complex calculation, image processing or something like that. You send to phone, it processes and returns the function. And that's something that a lot of people use, like Amazon Lambda, for example, which is like, you just want to have like, you can do as many computations as you want without needing to rely on one server. You can have one at one time, or you can have a million at the same time, right? So, and then, well, okay, these actually you can do on the phone. And like you're saying, it's so much more powerful and fast and efficient. Like, okay, these guys are doing something really, really powerful right here. And that's been really exciting to see.
Oh, thank you so much. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about the DePIN space. It's really like early days 2017, blockchain in general, when the ICO hype started and you could see like everybody was supporting each other. So I really love this about the DePIN space, because everybody has this vision and realizes the stakeholder complexity you have and helps each other. Because at the end of the day, I think this is sort of the Web3 spirit that we need to keep.
Yeah, DePIN is a small community. We're, tackling something that's really hard. Infrastructure in general is super complicated, right? We're like fighting against the giants. Like we're trying to go against like Amazon, ICM is trying to build the servers, other projects. You guys are doing like the serverless against like Cloudflare, AWS, Amazon, Azure, whatever. And it's a space that everybody believes in, and everybody's trying to work the best to make it successful. What are the next steps for you? I know you guys are going to soon do like a TGE. How's that going?
Yeah, we're going to have token launch soon. So stay mining, stay providing compute. It will be exciting the next few months. And then, of course, on the technical side, we will have a lot of exciting developments as well, where we will be able to, I will not spoiler anything, but I think these things will sort of bring an edge to what you just mentioned, sort of going against these big clouds, which, we dare to say. And I think with these developments, we can really get an edge on certain compute costs.
Where people should go to know about Acurast and everything that you guys are doing, the TGE, how to contribute, etc.
I mean, join the Discord, join the Rebelling program, go to Acurast.com, go to hub.acurast.com if you want to see like a live map of heartbeats. I think these are the two main points of contact, and then go from there. And also catch me at the DePIN events, at the most blockchain conferences the next 2 months. You will find me with a bright shirt. So, see you around.
It's definitely very easy to find, right? So it's like the flashing guy around the conference. So thanks so much for joining. I think it's very interesting. Make sure to check, depinhub.io/project/Acurast for a lot of content about. Also have a podcast interview that we did in the past. And I'm definitely going to be following you guys very closely. Thank you.
Thanks for providing the compute.
Thank you, man.
Take care.